bought our home here, I could walk through the strawberry patches to Stevens Creek Road, and you took your life crossing Highway 9 on Homestead. You know, you remember all these things.
I came here from Chico, and I came because of the work here. My sister lived here, and she encouraged me coming here because of the two canneries. And I went to work there in the cannery, and so did my daughter, who was 15. And been here ever since. And I think it's one of the best places in the state to live. It has more to offer everyone.
I've been here for 28 years, and it doesn't seem that long to me, but coming into an area where I'd say the services are just fabulous.
We had to replace a tree here a few months ago, and we requested it, and we requested a specific tree. And about 3 weeks ago, what drives up, the truck takes out the old one and plants exactly the tree we wanted. The safety department, I think, is great, and I think that it's remarkable that the safety officers combine both firemen and police duties. My daughter nearly got racked up at Homestead. Within just seconds, there was 2 police officers. One maintained his uniform. The other one put a fireman's uniform on, was ready there with the fire extinguisher. In about another minute, a fire engine showed up. They weren't needed, but they were there.
The other thing about Sunnyvale that's amazing is the volunteers in every aspect of Sunnyvale government as such. There are a lot of different commissions that help for the city, and it's all voluntary, and that's something that you don't see in the areas that I come from.
I'm fond of Sunnyvale. It has everything that I need and want. I'm very, very satisfied, truly. Before we moved here, and I didn't know the area at all, I loved the Sarah part because it had a little stream. And Brett was an infant, and I would bring him over many afternoons just to sit by the stream and play in that stream, never dreaming that we would live a block away. It's been fantastic. It's a little bit of the country right in the middle of the city.
The thing I like about the parks and recreation in Sunnyvale is it's not restricted to certain people. Like, everybody can go.
I like them because I can ride my bikes through them, and with my friends, it's a lot of fun.
I've been using the facility since it was established, how many years ago, whatever that was. About 10 years ago. There's no other facility in any city that I know of, any public facility that is as good as this one is.
We go to the summer repertory. That's delightful. We really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the little theater, too, being able to be so close to the stage and seeing the players.
My husband hates that statue up there on the corner of Sunnyvale Avenue and Murphy, Sunnyvale Avenue and El Camino. He says if that's art, forget it.
I really like the library, right down to the little man that sits there eating his lunch outside the front door. Yeah. I like him.
I've seen the library grow. When I first came to Sunnyvale, I taught at Sunnyvale High School. And at that time, the main library was downtown there, and I saw it was just a few shelves of books. It's amazing to see what has happened in these years, and it's grown so.
Of course, he knew. He held his nose and yelled, "Here goes!" and jumped into. See, 4 piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little.
Certainly one important characteristic of the city of Sunnyvale is the involvement of its people. We have all the well-known service organizations, the fraternal organizations. The chamber as it is today helps develop and promote the welfare of the city of Sunnyvale, its businesses, and its people. The chamber knows well the process through which the city works. The city is certainly responsive to the community. On each major issue, there is ample opportunity given for the interested parties to express themselves. One place improvement is needed is there are many sectors of our community that are unaware of the process and know how it works. Once they become familiar with it and have the knowledge of these many, many chances for expression, then the process works smoothly.
Well, I think if you look at the number of industries that have both located and started in Sunnyvale, I think that's the heart of Silicon Valley. Probably the thing that caused the genesis to be here in California was Stanford University, as well as the other major universities in the area to a degree. While a lot of that basic education research occurred in the late 40s, the actual growth and development of the industry was a little bit slower. And once it started here, put the available climate on top of that, and then of course the pleasant surrounding central location made Sunnyvale a very key spot. I think as time goes by, you're going to find that more and more of the facilities that are located here in Silicon Valley, in Sunnyvale, are going to be the headquarters and research and development facilities, and that many of the major production facilities will be located either elsewhere in the state, elsewhere in the country, or some of them even overseas.
I think the major change in Sunnyvale as we see it today is it is just about at the end of going from a city where the development of quantity was important. More businesses, more residences, more industry, etc. And now that the city is basically filled out with virtually no land available, now the city is concentrating on improving the quality of that life.
When I first got here, there was a lot of orchard around, and I really enjoyed the fruit and the trees and the environment. But it's one of those things with the Silicon Valley, we couldn't have both. I think having a business in Sunnyvale is very good. I took a contractor's license and became a general building contractor. I have my own business since 1967. The weather is perfect for my type of work. I lose very little time, where it's seasonal anywhere else.
We have an awfully cute little street down here. It's called Murphy, and I think that they're going to make that all pretty, but it's unique. It really is.
I've lived here since 1960. I feel like I'm in the place where I really belong. Now, I'm speaking from the standpoint of someone who's living in one particular neighborhood. I think there's a certain quality of life here. And that's why we've stayed. We've raised our children. It's a good place for a family.
But when we first came down here, it wasn't crowded. There were 5,500 people in town at that time, and it was a small place, and there were orchards all around. And we liked this particular area because it was sort of sheltered, and the children could play out in front without being in all the traffic.
I've lived in Sunnyvale for about 40 years, of which the last 9 have been living in Cassidy Amigas, the mobile home park. We moved into this lifestyle because we're getting ready to retire. We feel that we have an independence that we didn't have when we owned a home.
Sunnyvale is certainly a beautiful little city. It's progressing, it has a fine government, and it also provides a lot of services for our seniors who live here in the park.
We have a wonderful sense of community. You knew people. You can go into a city park and know people. It's fantastic.
The people in Sunnyvale are an accumulation of people from all over the United States. We need to have a pride, a unity of some kind. The city should have a character and unity of its own.
You know, just the name Sunnyvale is enticing to me. I think that's a very nice name, Sunnyvale. You know, when you stop and think about it.